Okay, everybody, undivided attention, please. Richard, you ready?
Are you ready?
Gloria, go ahead.
Thanks.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell us about how you met your wife?
How I met my wife. My wife came here from China, and I had gone to a dance that was for Chinese women, and it was in the valley. And I met her, and I got her number to call her, and I called her 2 days later to go on a date, and she says, I'm on a date right now. Can you call me tomorrow? So I called her the next day, and she goes, I'm on a date right now. Can you call me tomorrow? So it took me about 2 weeks after she finished all her dates to finally get her. And we went on a date, and we went to lunch, and she said, can you take me to the bus station? I just got a job up in Ventura. I'm going to be running a Chinese buffet. And so I said, well, I could drive you to Ventura because that's like the only time I'll have to spend with her. So I drove her to Ventura, and she was there for a few weeks and decided she didn't want to be there anymore. And so she came back, and we figured out that she's supposed to be in school, and INS is coming to send her back to China. And so she's trying to make a decision really quick of, do I go back to China? Do I get married? So we got married pretty quick. In that I met her in February 2nd, and we got married April 26th. And we've been married. Nobody knows that we got married that quick. Now it'll be on when it's on YouTube, right? Okay, cut that part. And now my son is 16. We've been married 17 years. We'll do it.
My last question is, what led you to where you're standing right now, briefly?
To be in this business, I never thought I would be doing this business. I had been doing real estate and loans for over 20 some years, and the financial crisis was probably the undoing of where the market really changed. It's not being able to sell houses, not being able to get loans. And so I took that opportunity to spend more time with my son and help him. He's got ADHD, and so he struggles in school. And so I spent a lot of time with him and found that it was more that before I did that, I was spending so many hours working and finding that I couldn't spend time with my son. And it was kind of like, what was the point of having my son and spending time with him if I don't spend time with him? I had him when I was late. He was born when I was 48 years old. So I said, just one is enough. I don't think I could have more after that. And I just tried to find something that I could do that I could have my time to spend with my son, but also have something that I could do to make a living, but also something I could do for retirement. And that's what I'm doing in the business now, is trying to find something that I can do, build slowly, but I'll have something for my retirement with that. Good? Thank you so much. When I was reading through the questions, I found one question that said, how are you different from other services? And when I thought about that, it kind of answered a lot of the other questions, because I thought, for the business, there's three things that I look at the business. One is that we always look for a good price. The other thing we look for is having a quality product. And the other one is customer service. How do you get taken care of if there's a problem? And when I went to the company, and it was a friend of mine that owns the company, And he said, Richard, come do this, I will help you. And he said, I'll make sure with you that if you go out to meet somebody, you will always get them a better price. Because I thought that was a big thing, because I know going out to people, if you get them interested and they go, yeah, but that guy's offering me a better price. And that's like a lot of people, because they don't know what the customer service is. Everybody says, oh, I've got great customer service, until you need them. And then it's like, where's the customer service? And so it's hard to get in the beginning. So he said, that will never be your problem. And he said, whatever it is, he said, even if I make no money on that deal, I will make sure that you get the deal and save them money. So that made me feel at ease that I could do the business, because when I'm walking into somebody, I know guaranteed I'll be able to do that. And if you saw on my card, I put on there that if I don't save you money, I'll give you $500. Because I know that there's no way that I'm not going to be able to do that. He will make sure that we do that part. The other side of it is the part of a product. And the product that we have is the Clover system, which is through First Data, which is the #1 company in the world. So we know that it's always going to be the best product. And the thing about it is it's all guaranteed and backed by First Data. And a couple things that about it is, when you talked about of having customer service, is you have a couple layers. Because one is you automatically you have Clover. So First Data is the one that's going to help you with that product. So they have, you know, that if you have a business and you've got customers coming and all of a sudden the machine's not working, what happens? You don't have a business, right? They say, I got my credit card, how am I going to pay? Well, if you call Clover, you go through, they will get where we can get a machine out to you within a few hours, if you have that, because they don't want you to be down. So they'll go through, get your replacement, get it, try to fix it or solve the problem right there, so that you're not down at all. The other backup is our company, Merchant Solutions, is that if they're not helping you, we can go straight to our company and they'll find a way to do it. If they have an extra system, they'll get it, they'll figure out a way, get a technician out, whatever it is to solve the problem. And always, if there's any problem with those two, you can always call me and I'll make sure that I call the people who can get it done to make sure that you're getting the service that you need. I've had some examples when I've gone out to some people and talking to them. One of them I just did, where he started and had a contract with them, and he showed me the bill that he was getting. And when we looked at it, I knew I could save him money, because we know we can always save them money. But when I showed it to my team at Merchant Solutions, there was a $184 charge that was at the back of the bill. And they're looking at me and saying, what's the, there's no mention of what it's for. And so he had a Clover system, and they told him that the system was for free, that they wouldn't charge him for it. But then we're trying to figure is that's how they were charging him for it. Is they just said they weren't, and then they just threw it in the back of his bill. So when I saw his bill 2 months later, the 184 wasn't there anymore, because his contract ended at the end of the year. So they were probably just charging him $184 for 1 year, and then it came off after that. He was trying to call them for 2 months, trying to get the answer of what the $184. He never ever got a call back from them. He called them to get a copy of the contract to know of, am I liable for anything? Do I need to return the system? That they never returned his calls. And the reason why they don't want to return the calls is they figure if you had no information, you won't cancel. And so what he told me, he says, Richard, it doesn't matter. I'll pay whatever it is that they need if there's a termination fee, because I know you're saving me money and it probably won't be that expensive of what it is. And they're just showing me that they don't care about me, right? They're not answering my questions. I'm just trying to get some information, and they won't do it because they know what the answers are, is that they charged him when they shouldn't have been charging him, and things like that. So that's what I'm finding out there. And so when I go to other businesses, the things that I find, and I put it on my card, is the reason why you're not getting my service is that you're too busy. Right? Everyone's running, doing their business. They're trying to handle their business, and they're not thinking about that. Right? The card goes in, the card goes out. They don't even realize what they're paying. It just like it works. It's not a bother right now. So that's part of it. Then the other parts that they have is that they think they have a good deal. So they go, yeah, the guy told me I have a really good deal on it, but they're not rechecking to see if they have a good deal. So I just say, give me your bill, I'll look at it, I'll tell you how much I save you. And it all depends on how much business they're doing. Because if they're doing $2,000 a month in business and someone else is doing $20,000 or someone else is doing $80,000 a month, it's going to be a big difference of how much they can save, because if I save one $5 a month and he's happy with the service, it probably doesn't make sense for them to switch. On average, I found in the ones I've been changing is it's about $500 to about $1,000 a year I were able to save them. So when they look and think they have a good deal, then it's like if I can save them $1,000 a year, it can make a difference. It's not life-changing, but it's something that they could do extra for their business to be able to help them save it, just like they can have other things that they can do for their business with that money. So those are the things that I've been looking at, trying to change for the businesses and see what I can do for them. When I looked through some of the other questions that they had, part of it was saying about the products. And the products that they have is, in the Clover system, there's one mainly like for restaurants. They have ones that it has the full system that you've seen at a restaurant. That it has a cash drawer, it has the one where it has the monitor that they can have on it. Then it has the monitor, and it's a bigger system that they have. And it also takes, when they do the orders, that you could have minis that the waiters can have, and the waiter can be out there and take your order, and the order goes straight to the kitchen. So they already have what the order is, and they're making it up that way. Especially for restaurants, the specialty of that is that you have the menu, that they'll take the menu like this that we have, and when you take the menu, we'll put it into the system. So it has that. So we get the prices, you have what the orders are, so when they see it, they just have to press the buttons and take it. And then it also has additives to it, right? So if you're adding, oh, I want extra tomatoes, I want extra lettuce, I want onions, oh, I don't want this on it, then it can take it and be able to do that. So that's special that they can do. The other things that it can do is it does their payroll for them. So when people come in, they clock in, they can just swipe their card, and it tells them that they checked in at the time, so they can see if anybody's running late, or they can see if people are on time. They could also see how many hours they work, so they see when they're doing paychecks. They don't have to go through a time card and try to figure all that out. It's all on the computer to make it easier for them. Yes?
I have a question for nonprofit organizations that put on a lot of events around town. What would you need from them to see if, because they're always looking to save money on anywhere, however they can. So what would you need from them to see if you can save them money?
Right.
With those?
Are they already taking cards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if they're taking cards, all I need is they get a monthly statement that comes, and it says, okay, you processed $30,000, and it goes through all the charges that were on there. As long as I get that. So if I get a statement, then I give it to my team and with me, and we go over it, and we figure out how much that we can go through and save them.
Do we have time for another question?
One more.
Okay.
One more?
I just had an observance of when I'm going, now that I know what you do, I was wondering, okay, for example, my nail salon, they have this ATM machine that is so limiting, and you either pay cash or you've got to get it through the ATM machine. Isn't there something better for those type of operations? Because I won't use that ATM machine.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And I won't get more services because I won't use it.
Right.
I see a selling point to having a system like you.
Well, yeah, definitely when they have businesses that just take cash, I mean, they've done the studies and they know that if someone has a credit card, they'll spend more, right? They're going to say, like, if I'm ordering food, I'll get an extra something to go. That they might get something extra. If they just have cash, it's like, that's all I have, right? I can't, I want to buy more, but I can't. And they think that because there's a percentage that you're taking from the credit card off them, that they think it's not worth it to them. But they don't realize that, kind of like they're being penny wise and pound foolish, that they're just thinking like, okay, I'm saving here, but people would have ordered a lot more food or services if they had that.
$40 with me. That's all I'm going to get.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So I can't get the extra. So if you have businesses like that, then you can refer them to me, and I'll go through it. I'll show them how they can get more out of it.
All right.
All right. Thank you.